I am sick of book influencers.
Yeah.
Fuck those book influencers. Multiple forms of drama that I'm going to bring up.
Okay.
One is, it was like a week or two ago. I think I sent it to you. I put it in my horror group and just disappeared, didn't reply, and just had everybody else argue about it. But it was that guy that was charging up, it was like $800 to review books.
Oh, yeah.
And it had to be audio because he doesn't read, he won't read the books. It's like, why are you a book reviewer that doesn't fucking read?
Yeah.
Suck a goddamn fucking cock.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what kind of asshole is just like, yeah, I ain't reading all this shit. I don't even like reading. And then, like, why are you a book reviewer and he's a book influencer? Who's sending that guy money? And why? That's what I want to know is why does he have influence?
Well,
why does he have enough followers that people will listen to his recommendations when he doesn't even read books? He listens to them.
Well, it seemed like he was just trying to prey on like the indie author who doesn't have, much of a following or something like that. And it's like, oh, almost $1,000 for me to quote unquote read your book.
Yeah, fuck you, guy. Not even read it. And he might not even give you a good review, he said. So he probably just
put it through GPT and
also you keep sending me these book reviewer people who are like, these are top 5 short books that'll change your life and remember them forever and all that shit. And you sent me one today, and it was a good list. I read like half of them.
That's why I sent it to you.
But as with most of these lists, I had questions going into the reputation of this person. Are they legit? Apparently, these are always legit people. But so this guy, I forget what the first book was, and then the second book was The Dead by James Joyce. Not a book. He had it in a book form, like somebody published it in like a little small book. It's a short story that was in Dubliners. But he said multiple times, book. I was like, I don't think you read it, buddy, because it's not a book.
Yeah, right.
It is a short story. You did no research on this, obviously. But I was like, I'll let that go. And then he mentioned Train Dreams, which I read recently, were really good. But he almost verbatim gave his little review of Train Dreams, which was the same one that I saw someone else give when I bought the book. And I'm like, you're just watching other people's reviews, buying the books, hopefully buying the books, and then just being like, yeah, you read these books. But I don't think he's reading these books, or at least not all of them. So what do you feel about people who are recommending books they haven't read yet?
I don't like it.
And I have seen videos where people's like, I haven't read this yet, but and they tell you about it, which is all right. They're telling you about it.
Yeah, if they're upfront about it.
But I don't like when they start talking about all the praise and stuff of the book. It's like, I want, if I'm watching you, it should be your opinion, right? I don't want to hear about, third-party opinions.
Well, that's like what always makes me like now is always leery about with like, you see like a whole bunch of people talking about like that Red Rising series and this and that and and it's just like, was it actually good? Or did like a couple of people say it was good and now everybody's just regurgitating that and just saying that it's good, like you said, without even checking it out.
This all goes back to 2 books, Spencer. Also, that guy mentioned it was what's her name? Keegan, that Irish lady, Claire Keegan, I think. Because I always saw it was like last year that book Foster's was on every list, a short book you should read, and it was like a $20 fucking 100-page book. It pissed me off. I couldn't find it for cheaper. I bought that book. I read that book, and I thought it was mediocre. It didn't touch me. It didn't make me soft in the eyes or anything. I didn't get all moist in the face. It's like whatever. I can see why maybe ladies would like this book, or I don't know. But he had another Claire Keegan book, which is what I was thinking about reading. It was on his list. I forget the title of it. And it sounded more interesting, but having read her writing style, I'm thinking it reads like YA almost. Like the writing actual style, not the themes or anything. But anyway, besides that, what was I saying?
There's 2 books.
2 books, Spencer, that we keep seeing on these fucking lists for the last year that we have to read. And if either one of these books is a shit book, or I don't want to read it after starting it, I'm never listening to any book talker ever again. And those are Count of Monte Cristo.
Okay.
And Lonesome Dove. Now, Count of Monte Cristo is more recent in that, like, the last month and a half, 2 months, I've seen on every fucking thing, including some that respectable, like, book people that I go on YouTube, not the shitty Instagram, that I've seen on YouTube talk about it. And I'm like, okay, I actually trust their opinion because they've recommended all good books to me. So maybe I'll try Count of Monte Cristo, but it's very big.
You're right.
But now I keep getting like, it's like Batman and blah, 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 France. And it's a nonstop page turner. I had a big ass copy I got on the table or on the shelf over there. I opened it up and tried to read it, and it was like a bunch of French. And I was like, I hate French. So I don't know if it's a page turner. The other book, which you're going to read pretty soon, is Lonesome Dove by Larry McMurtry. McGurtry? McNurtry, Big Mick, Larry the Mick.
Yeah.
And we went to a used bookstore today in our local library that I forgot was there, and we saw a copy of Terms of Endearment, which I did not know was written by him as well, which makes me think I just hate the guy's titles, but maybe his books are good. But we got to read Lonesome Dove. Everyone says you got to read the best book ever fucking written. You like cows? You like your heartstrings pulled nonstop? Apparently, Lonesome Dove is the book. But you don't want to read because you don't care about cattle farming.
Yeah. And
cattle ranching.
Well, I not 900 pages worth.
But what if that's like only 500 pages of that?
Nah, something tells me this is like ground Moby Dick, like
Moby Dick of the land.
Yeah,
This is just Moby Dick, but ranch hands. Oh shit! All the boring parts of Blood Meridian when they're walking through the desert. That's what this is. It's just land walking.
Well, so you also mentioned because apparently it's a book in a series. You wanted to read the other books in the series.
So not in a series. It's the third book in a tetralogy, which, as far as I understand, I don't think the books are related. It's just like the order that he wrote books.
Mm-hmm.
No, but see, that's where I'm confused because I read that Yukio Mishima tetralogy, and all those books are like the life of a guy. It's like you have to read those in order.
Right.
So do you have, because I'm not going to read Lonesome Dove and two other books I had to read first.
Yeah.
And then if I have to read two other books first, I'm never reading Lonesome Dove. Never going to do it. I don't want to read two other cowboy books. I don't want to read cowboy books.
Well, but also like my thing is like my cowboy books. I like, I want like shoot 'em ups and like good guys and bad guys and and taking over a town and stuff like that.
I'm going to help you out. I'm going to read an excerpt from Lonesome Dove. How about that?
Have you ever done that? Have you?
No, I've never read it. I tried reading a sentence in it when I picked it up at the Barnes & Noble just to look at it, and it was too heavy. I just put it back down.
You just hurt your wrists.
Yeah, I didn't want to do it. Lonesome Dove excerpt. And I bet you this is going to be so good.
I mean, it could be greatly written and stuff like that, but... Oh, wow.
Even the version on my phone is dense. It said an excerpt. This is like this is a whole chapter 1. When Augustus came out on the porch...
Augustus. I'm gonna have to read Augustus all the time.
You might die early. You don't know. When Augustus came out on the porch, the blue pigs were eating a rattlesnake. That's interesting, all right? Not a very big one. Well, mildly interesting. It had probably just been crawling around, because snakes crawl, they don't slither. It had probably just been crawling around looking for shade when it ran into the pigs. They were having a fine tug-of-war with it. I like the imagery of that. And its rattling days were over. All right, I get it behind that. The sow had it by the neck, and the shode had the tail. Shote, not showed. That's more like chode. I love how it's written already. Listen to this. You pigs get. Come on, you want to read that? You pigs get, Augustus said, kicking the shote. Head on down to the creek if you want to eat that snake. It was the porch he begrudged them, not the snake. Pigs on the porch just made things hotter. That's true. Does make it hotter on that porch. The veranda. And things are already hot enough. I agree. Even though I'm sure it's going to be very hot for this whole book. He stepped down into the dusty yard and walked around to the spring house to get his jug. The sun was still high, soared in the sky like a mule, but Augustus had a keen eye for sun. What does that mean? And to his,
He just likes looking at the sun.
And to his eye, the long light from the west had taken on an encouraging slant. All right. Is there more? I want to read more dialogue, honestly. Hat Creek Cattle Company. That's coming up. I'm not going to read that. Roadrunners and Stinging Lizards. I want to read some dialogue. Yeah, of course they go to Mexico. Yeah. I want more get. More get her done. Dude, this is a lot of words. I'm skipping halfway down the page. No slop-eating pig is as smart as a horse, Call said before going on to say worse things. Call. The guy's name's Call. C-A-L-L. Man. Here we go. Get from here, shote, Augustus said. If you're that hungry, go hunt up another snake. You have to read it like that, Spencer.
Well, yeah.
And this gun. Augustus walked down and met the men at the wagon. It's a little early for you two to be quitting, ain't it, girls? He said. Or is this Christmas or what?
I do like
What?
I like the voice change from the narrator to whatever his fucking name was. Augustus.
He immediately forgot. Both men had sweated their shirts through so many times during the day that they were practically black. Ew. Augustus offered Call the jug, and Call put a foot on a wagon tongue and took a swig just to rinse the dry out of his mouth. I'd do that.
Yeah.
He spat a mouthful of perfectly good whiskey in the dust and handed the jug to P.I. before we get to PI, I want to know he's spitting that perfectly good whiskey out. Girls yourself, he said. It ain't Christmas. Then he went on to the house so abruptly that Augustus was a little taken aback. Man, that's a lot. It's a good thing I ain't scared to be lazy, Augustus told him. All right. We get it.
Yeah.
I actually want to read that now. I like that. I liked all of that. You don't like that.
I mean,
come on. You don't want to read that for 900. Come on. PI? You don't want to read about PI?
Scared.
Yeah, here, shout. Why'd you call the pig a shoat? Get here, shoat. Goddamn swine. Gonna get behind that swine and start kicking it. All right. We got to talk about so I got an episode for you.
Oh, okay.
Because it was your idea.
Oh, okay.
So we'll get to that. No more getter done. No more of that stuff. Anyway, stick around. We'll be talking about comic books.
Yeah.
You are listening to the Drunken Pen Writing Podcast. I'm your host, Caleb James. With me as always, Spencer, the Tallahassee Tallywhacker Tickler Church.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of alliteration.
Yeah. I think I've used Tallahassee before, and I know I've used Tallywhacker before and Tickler, but in that order?
Yeah.
Don't believe so.
That's something that Stan Lee would be proud of.
Yes, yes. So you brought this article to my attention weeks ago. CBR.com. 10 best non-superhero comics of the 2020s so far, ranked.
Yeah.
So these are in order.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to read the introduction by Maxwell Pishney.
I don't think you need to.
I like his picture. He looks pretty cool. So some books came out in 2020s, the whole decade of up till now.
But
from COVID to now.
A little over half a decade.
Non-superhero books. Do you want to wager? I don't know if you read this. Do you want to wager a guess of any of the entrants that might be in the top 10?
I did flip through it before I sent it to you, and I can kind of recall some of them, but
all right,
I don't want
I
to.
won't do that.
Yeah.
A Righteous Thirst for Vengeance is an unflinching action thriller book. This doesn't have numbers. It says ranked, but there's no numbers. So is it 1 to 10 or 10 to 1?
Who knows?
Fucking jerk. I've seen this guy in movies.
Yeah. So, because that's written by Rick Remender, who did Deadly Class, and that actor is one of the characters in the one season they did on Sci-Fi years ago. So like, yeah, he kind of
cartooned him.
Right.
One of the single most graphically violent comic books of the modern era, writer Rick Remender and artist Andre Lima Araujo. You know how to say that guy's name?
No.
I'm just going to say Andre Lima.
Wong from the Marvel movies.
A Righteous Thirst for Vengeance is not for the faint of heart. The 11-issue action thriller masterpiece sees a man thrust into a terrifying world of assassins, sexual deviants, and corrupt officials. All right. So have you read that?
I have not read that.
And I'm not talking about it. Skinbreaker is a fantastical survival epic. Have you read that?
Yes, that literally just finished a few months ago.
Written by the legendary Robert Kirkman, creator of such indie masterpieces as Invincible and The Walking Dead. That guy must be rich as fuck.
So much money.
And drawn by the utterly iconic David Finch, Skinbreaker is comic book storytelling on a blockbuster scale. I was going to say cockbuster and boobbuster. Across 8 issues, Kirkman and Finch craft one of the most uniquely compelling fantasy worlds in years, and each page is a visual spectacle to behold.
Oh, yeah, it's amazing looking. Finch, because like he has a reputation being like on the slower side. And like once you see his art, you could see why. So like they've been working on that. Like I think he's been almost like 5 or 6 years. He's been working on this drawing this series, and they just was waiting until it was all done so they could put it out without worried about it being delayed or anything.
Nice.
But it is, it's this whole new war to
Well, I'll tell you, it's about a clan of orc-like beings who value strength above anything else.
It is that.
And has a no-holds-barred action extravaganza about the challenging tides of societal evolution and the acceptances of the which is different. And there's a tightrope walk in the kind of comic that only gets better with each issue.
I mean, that is strangely accurate.
Yeah. Next up is an American epic of unlike no other, Lonesome Dove by Larry McMurtry.
No.
Everything Dead and Dying is an apocalyptic emotional odyssey. And it's got a guy milking a rotted cow. It's like the cow's guts are.
I think that's the same guy who didn't you get like a Western graphic novel a few years ago from?
Well, here's the thing. We can guess or I could read it.
Yeah.
And I'll read. Although The Walking Dead set the bar for zombie comic book stories extraordinarily high, a select few series have actually managed to live up to the Robert Kirkman masterpiece. One such example is Tate Bromby, Tate Bromble and Jacob Phillips' Everything Dead and Dying, an unflinching emotional saga of a man and his refusal to give into grief or death. Everything Dead and Dying gives a new spin on the zombie genre, utilizing the undead creatures more as manifestations of sorrow and guilt than as over-the-top monsters. It's 5 issues. Are you thinking of something gang?
But what I'm saying, I think that might be the same creator.
Yeah,
I think.
I don't remember. That was okay at best. I like the art in it. The Sacrificers is an underrated high fantasy masterpiece. I wish he would have put the titles in quotation since it's all bold, because I don't know,
Right, yeah.
It should be fucking, or just number it.
Just number it.
CBR. Anyone who loved the peak of HBO's Game of Thrones is doing themselves a disservice by not reading The Sacrificers. 21-issue epic features a bold fantasy world of gods, monsters, and mortals.
Yep.
Mortals. Because how are they going to die if there's no mortals? And its exploration of power, corruption, and, of course, sacrifice is unlike anything else in the medium. Have you read that?
No, that's another Rick Remender, and it's like animal people.
Writers Rick Remender and artists Max Fiermara and Andre Lima Arahu, that guy again, are absolutely unbeatable. Now this one, did we do this for book club or something? The Many Deaths of Layla Starr is an introspective fantasy opus.
We did, yeah.
Did I go to that one?
I think you did, yeah. That's like the one where the lady, like, she's actually like the god of death, but like there's a kid that gets born who's gonna like create like immortality. So she gets fired and sent to Earth and stuff, and then she keeps on dying in weird ways.
Yeah. Writer Ram V has taken the contemporary comic book world by storm with runs on books like The New Gods and Detective Comics for DC. Detective Comics for Detective Comics.
Just to let you know, during his run, I actually stopped getting Detective Comics
because it sucked.
I was just like, I don't understand what's going on. I don't get it. Like, so I literally like there was like almost like a year or so where I wasn't getting Detective Comics.
Well, then we'll skip to the next one. 8 Billion Genies is an unbeatable sci-fi masterwork. Now, you recommend this for a book club, and I didn't go, so I did not read this one.
But you have a copy.
I do have a copy. I didn't read it yet. When every single human being on Earth is visited by a personal genie determined to grant them any one wish they choose, all hell breaks loose. That's the core conceit of Charles Soule and Ryan Brown's absolutely stellar 8 Billion Genies. And things only get crazier from there. So how crazy do they get?
They get pretty out there.
Is it good?
Yeah, I liked it.
All right. I like the concept. Escape is an alternate universe World War II thrill ride. Have you read this?
No.
World War II. War comics aren't exactly as popular as they were 80 years ago, but that doesn't mean that the genre can't provide an occasional all-time great in the modern age. Escape by Rick Remender. And does Rick Remender write every fucking book?
When it comes to anything, because like he hasn't done
anything that's not superheroes.
Yeah, he hasn't done like any Marvel or DC work in a long time. So like that's like all he does is like it is his own like independent stuff.
Escape by Rick Remender and Daniel Acuna is one such all-timer with just 8 issues released thus far. Escape has instantly become a must-read masterpiece, and it's about World War II. That's all you need to know. Bleeding Hearts is a different kind of zombie story. Like Everything Dead and Dying, Dennis Camp and Stephen Moran's Bleeding Hearts is an exciting new spin on the zombie genre, and it stands as the best horror comic book since The Walking Dead wrapped up. Exploring a post-apocalyptic zombie outbreak through the eyes of one of the undead, Bleeding Hearts is an emotionally resonant, hilariously kooky horror tale. Have you read that?
No, that literally like I don't even know if like the first story arc is over like that. Just like whenever Marvel started to do revamp their Vertigo line, that was one of the books being launched with it.
Right. It's Lonely at the Center of the Earth is a miraculous autobiographical epic. I haven't heard of that one.
What is it?
It's Lonely at the Center of the Universe.
Yeah.
Written and illustrated by cartoonist Zoe Thorogood, It's Lonely at the Center of the Earth is one of the most groundbreaking and utterly thought-provoking graphic novels of the modern age, exploring the emotional fallout of things like the COVID-19 pandemic, artistic expression in an ever-changing world of capital, and self-loathing and introspection, thorough-good semi-autobiographical comic is nothing short of genius. All these books are apparently genius.
Yeah.
Anyone who is this person read these books though. Anyone who is interested in comic book storytelling must read It's Lonely at the Center of the Earth. It's the kind of graphic novel that absolutely redefines what the medium can be used for, and it's ultimate proof that comics are not only designed for superhero stories. Tear-jerking tour de force.
Ooh.
Fuck. Assorted Crisis Events is the best comic in decades.
I'll say we did that for book club a couple months ago, but you didn't. I think you were doing something with Mindy. I think.
Not only is Dennis Camp and Eric Sawaditsky,
Yeah, I'm not sure how to say his
Assorted Crisis Events, a sci-fi anthology series that tackles contemporary politics, social commentary, and artistic. Okay, what's it about? Each issue has been utterly phenomenal display. It doesn't say what it's about. That's it.
Well, again, with it being a anthology, it's kind of like
all different.
Yeah, each issue kind of is its own kind of story.
I like books about butts.
Yes.
Where are the butt books?
Well, those, I think Colin stopped selling those.
Man.
Or they went out of business, I think.
Ah, shucks. So that was a good list, I guess. I don't know. I didn't read. I don't think I read any of those books.
No.
I'm not much of a funny books guy anymore.
No,
I've more or less dropped out of the book club.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go one day for some shits and giggles, but I think the harder books I read,
the more snob you become.
The more snobbery is pumped into my bloodstream.
Now, have you got to the point, because like I know early on in your snobbery, you actually had to bend down into your asshole to smell all your farts. Are you to the point where now you can just smell them standing?
It's actually moved right up into my sinuses, the butthole. Just goes right, it pumps it right into.
Instead of farting out, you just fart up through
up through my head and get high on my own supply. Let's see, Spencer. I don't care about that. I want to read more Get Her Done. So I'm a snob, huh? If I'm a snob, let's look what books Caleb needs to read now, because I feel like I've read most of them.
Yeah.
Greatest novels ever, Spencer.
Or your big thing was like hardest novels ever.
It wasn't hardest novels. I just read them because they're so easy for me.
Yeah.
Substack. I don't like when I have to go to Substack. But this will be interesting. So, Spencer, off of this Substack article, I don't know who wrote this. Who's Substack? Michael R. Birch's Substack. The greatest novels of all time. We'll see if you agree with this list, and we'll end it there. We won't talk about the novels. I'll just read the title.
Okay.
1, The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. I read it.
I mean, I haven't remembered, but I could see that being up there, yeah.
That's number 1?
Just all time,
the all-time greatest novels,
okay.
Huckleberry. He just wants to sound like a Hemingway guy, because Hemingway thought it was great. Number 2, The Lord of the Rings. I agree.
Yeah.
Number 3, Don Quixote. Number 4, East of Eden. Number 5, one you read, Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Frankenstein. Number 6, 1984. Number 7, In Search of Lost Time. Number 8, Moby Dick. Number 9, Crime and Punishment. Number 10, A Tale of Two Cities. Number 11, As I Lie Dying. Number 12, For Whom the Bell Tolls. 13, The Stranger. You read that.
Yeah.
The Stranger, The Fall, and The Plague. He has all 3 of them.
Oh.
We didn't read The Fall, but we read Stranger and The Plague. 14, Anna Karenina. 15, 100 Years of Solitude. 16, Candide, Zadig, and Lamuk. Fucking Voltaire. I don't care about that. 17, Song of Solomon. 18, To Kill a Mockingbird. This guy keeps going. I read most of these books. I ain't reading this.
I've heard most of those books.
Yeah. So Caleb is going to read every one of those comics we mentioned, and then Spencer is going to do a book report on them.
Okay.
I'm going to dictate to you what I read.
Okay.
And you're going to do the book report. I don't know. I don't know the fucking books and shit. Donkey dick. So, Spencer, what are your plans for reading now?
Well,
Gonna read it.
And then I don't know if I was gonna try to get
Lonesome Dove out of the way early.
No, the Steinbeck, not East of Eden, but
Grapes of Wrath.
Grapes of Wrath.
I recommend. Ooh, going into the winter.
Yeah.
Grapes of Wrath. Shit. I recommend it. It's gonna be rough.
Yeah, so I don't know if I was gonna try to get something in like small and before that, or just try to get it.
How many books are you on the year? You gotta be up there, right?
I think 1QA4 was 13.
So you already did your one a month.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, those room economies.
That helped you out.
Right, yeah.
I'm above mine too. I'm at like 30 or something. 40? I don't know anymore. One a week for a while. Anyway, folks, I don't care how short this episode is. That was an episode. If you want me to read more Lonesome Dove on every intro, just let us know.
Yeah, if we get Patreon and we get people to pay us to read Lonesome Dove, that would help a lot.
I like it. Yeah, if we got paid to read $800 and we'll read your book.
Yeah.
Listen to it on audio.
And give you like a
shit review.
Yeah, give like a 10-minute review.
Insipid and derivative.
Shallow and pedantic.
If you folks want to check us out on the Instagram, the Facebook, the YouTube, and the Twitter, you could do so at DPW Podcast. CalebJamesK.com is my author site. I guess I gotta announce it now. I'm gonna be in Dark Speculations Volume 3 coming. I think in October was the date. I haven't got a strict date, but I got my proofs, and it was pretty cool looking. I have a story called Liminal Spaces. Nope, Liminal Rose Tint. That's gonna be in that, and that is by Little Bird Press or Little Red Bird or something. I don't know. I forget. And Spencer, his OnlyFans, he is down there in Tallahassee, and he is tickling tallywhackers.
Mm-hmm.
That is slang for penis. Man's penis. Hopefully a man's penis. What else, Spencer? You're not in anything.
No.
You don't have anything coming
I'm
up.
a loser.
You have nothing on the horizon. You have no discernible reason for waking up in the morning.
No.
You are living the life everyone wishes they could.
I'm working on my Bukowski era.
Yeah, that's good. You should probably drink more. Anyway, thank you for listening. We'll check you out next week with another episode.